How are you now? Welcome to our city. Now, our city is being built in the video game City Skylines 2 in a friendly developer mode where we can customize and design it exactly how we like. Now, to become a citizen of this city, all you need to do is be like me and be subscribed to the channel. For every new subscriber, I'm going to be building a household on their behalf at the end of every week. So I assume as we start, we'll be building single family homes. Later on, we can move on to more dense residential properties, all the way up to apartment buildings. Or if we get enough per week, we can even build and design entire neighborhoods. There's no telling how big we can get with this. Now, not only by subscribing will you get a passport, but you will get a weekly salary. This weekly salary is obviously going to be taxed like any good city. So I've come up with a standard income for people of $5,000. At a tax rate of 10%, this gives us a rough contribution for each household of $500 per week. Now, let's say we have 20 civilians. Well, their weekly income over a week and a half should allow us to afford a small park or potentially a basketball court. But eventually we'll be able to afford things like a new high school, new police department. Just running some quick numbers, if we get up to 10,000, we'll be able to build international airports or rail yards. Basically, because we want to control the population, City Skylines 2 doesn't allow you to do that directly. So we're playing in a creative mode, but we'll be tracking our income and expenses on this Google Sheet here so that we are only adding things at a rate at which there are new subscribers paying tax. And the vision for this city is exactly around that. New subscribers and building a community. I want everything in this to be a kind of diplomatic vote based on the community. Everything from things that don't really matter, but really help build the city into what it's going to be, like the name of the high school sports team. Go Leonard Nimoy's kind of thing, you know? But the community will also decide more serious things for the future of the city. Do we want to build a new dock system so that there's more jobs for our people? Do we want to burn coal or switch to a cleaner version of energy? And the level of commitment of the community is also going to vary based on how enthusiastic people are. It can be simple things just like putting your name in the comments and seeing if we rename a street or a covered bridge to your name. And I have a vision for this to be potentially as large as, having community members help out with the Google Sheets, making ones that look a lot better and nicer and smoother than mine. Or if there is a City Skylines 2 modder or designer that really wants to be involved, we can get them to do 1 week's worth of expansion or design or something to that effect. Or even I had ideas to have a Discord server where we could host town halls, elect city councilors or leaders of different neighborhoods and have them debate on various aspects of the city and what should change and what shouldn't change. It all depends on how the project's going. I am totally open to pivoting and changing as we go. Because I currently don't have a community tab on this channel, I'm going to be using comments mostly and links to Google Forms in the description. If you want to fill those out, I will get immediate feedback for it, and it should be very helpful. And then obviously as we grow, we may need to change the way in which things work, but don't worry, there will be updates on the channel at all times. So go on down, hit that subscribe button and get your free passport today. Join our city. And the first order of business we have is to come up with a temporary name. Now, this can be overturned at any time when the city grows bigger or starts developing its own identity, but we need a name for our city. So submit your names in the comments and we'll be voting on it in the Google form at the end of the week. And our city currently has one house, a beautiful house at that. One Big Rock Road, that's my house, named after the big rock that's at the end of it. And I'm currently the only resident in this place. Now, Mayor Jimmy over here is currently the only resident. He is the only employee for the small coal power plant located on Utility Street, and he has basic services such as garbage collection here, water pumps, and we have our sewage disposal system also. Right now there are some roads and highways that I have not named and I would like to have named. What should we spend our first amount of money on? Basically anything in City Skylines that you can do, we can do. And as always, we're going to have a few scenic shots of our city now in its lovely beginning state. And if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.